Hey there and welcome. Today, we're going to break down one of the most common questions you'll face in the IELTS speaking test, how to describe a person. We're going to give you a simple, really powerful framework to help you speak confidently for the full 2 minutes. So let's get right into it.
And just so you know, this entire guide comes to you from us here at the IELTS Focus. We're a center that's completely dedicated to helping you get your best possible score.
So here's what we've got planned. We'll kick things off with a core 4-part framework. Then, we'll dive into each step, giving you templates, some high-level vocabulary, and useful idioms. And we'll wrap it all up with a vocabulary bank you can take with you. Let's start with that framework.
So, what's the real secret to acing Part 2? It's structure. Seriously. You can forget about panicking or getting stuck for ideas. All you need is this really simple 4-part framework to guide you from start to finish.
And here it is. Introduction, personality, experience, and feeling. See? By following these 4 simple steps, you can build a detailed, fluent, and super well-organized response that's going to impress any examiner. Let's jump into step 1.
Your introduction has to be clear and direct, right? It totally sets the stage for everything else you're about to say. The main goal is just to tell the examiner who you're talking about and your relationship to them. It's that simple.
Look at how easy this template is. You just fill in the blanks. So, for example, I like to talk about my grandmother, who is the heart of our family. I've known her my whole life, and she has always been someone I deeply... Now, what word could we pop into that last blank? Let's look at a few powerful choices. You could say you admire them for their qualities, or you look up to them, as a role model, or maybe you respect them for their wisdom and actions. Each word adds a slightly different vibe, so just pick the one that fits the best.
All right, with the introduction all set, it's time for step 2. This is where you really get to shine by using some strong, descriptive vocabulary to talk about their personality. This is your chance to show off your word power.
Here's a great little structure for you. First, you name their key personality trait, and then you describe an action that really shows it. For instance, what sets them apart is their incredible kindness. They are the kind of person who always puts others' needs before their own.
Now look, anyone can say someone is nice or good, but to get that higher score, you need to use more powerful, more precise words. Think selflessness, altruism, or benevolence. Trust me, these are the words that will really elevate your answer.
Let's just focus on altruistic for a second. It's such a fantastic word that perfectly describes someone who is genuinely selfless. Just thinking about its meaning, caring for others more than yourself, that'll help you use it correctly and with total confidence.
Now, if you really want to boost your score, you should try to throw in an idiom. Saying someone goes the extra mile is such a natural and fluent way to express that they do way more than what's expected.
I just love this visual because it perfectly shows the meaning. It's not just about doing what you have to do, it's about making that special effort. Examiners absolutely love hearing natural, idiomatic language like this. And here's another fantastic one for you. Describing someone as having a heart of gold is a beautiful and really common idiom to say they are just incredibly kind and generous. It adds such a wonderful, warm feeling to your description.
So, we've introduced the person, we've described their personality, now you've got to prove it. Before we move on, just take a second and think, what is one specific memory you have of this person being super helpful or kind? And that little memory brings us right to step 3. A short, specific story is the most powerful way to support what you're saying and make your answer stick. It really brings the person to life and shows the examiner you're not just reading a list of adjectives.
Here's a template to keep your story focused and to the point. Set the scene, describe their immediate action, and comment on their attitude. For example, I remember when I was in a tight spot with my university application. They immediately stepped up by spending hours helping me edit it. It was an exhausting task, but they stayed dedicated throughout.
Did you catch that strong action language in there? Instead of just saying they helped, which is okay, you can make your story way more engaging with dynamic phrases like they stepped up, they took initiative, or the great idiom, they stepped up to the plate.
And that brings us to our final step, the conclusion. Step 4 is all about reflecting on the person's impact on you. It's about providing a strong, personal ending to your 2-minute talk.
The key here is to connect everything back to yourself. So how do you feel? What have you learned from them? For example, I feel extremely grateful to have them in my life. Their unwavering kindness has taught me about the importance of empathy. And to summarize their impact, you can use one of these really powerful phrases. Calling someone a fantastic role model or a pillar of the community is a very high-level way to express your deep respect and admiration for them.
Wow, we've covered a lot of great language today. So to help you remember it all, we've put together a quick vocabulary bank with all the key terms and idioms from this whole explainer.
Think of this as your personal cheat sheet. These phrases will make your answers sound so much more natural and sophisticated. I definitely recommend pausing here or maybe taking a screenshot so you can review these before your exam. They are absolute gold.
And that's our complete framework for describing a person. But you know, the best way to really master this is to practice it. So our final question for you is this. Who in your life fits this description? Take 5 minutes today and just try describing them using this 4-part structure. Practice is what makes perfect. You've got this.